Going on. So it looks like we got a new little rat egg. Hank, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciated you before the membership. For anyone, well, nobody would know, but a long time ago when I first started learning ICT, Hank reached out to me and helped give me a lot of pointers in the beginning. So again, thank you. We are super. Oh, we kind of did take out that swing, Whoa. Easy there. I don't know yet. I just started looking at the charts right now. Um, I really try to wait to look at the charts until around right now. And I haven't really been having a bias for the day. I just get on and see where we're at, mark out some zones, and then wait for the market to react at those areas. I like to have buy side marked out and sell side marked out. Whichever one gets hit first, I'll look for a trade in the other direction. You took this on the NQ. So it does look like that was a setup. I mean, oh yeah, we might be going down for a little while. So we got that swing high, came up, displaced back below it on the 1 minute. So there's not really fair value gaps here, but when you have two candles like that, two red ones, I treat that as one fair value gap. So that could have been an entry. We have another fair value gap here with an actual volume imbalance between these two bodies on the 1 minute. So this is definitely looking like we may be going lower. But we could go down and maybe take out a swing and then market open, rip back up, hit stops, and then continue to move down. I'm going to try to be patient again. It's been working out so far this week, so it can't hurt. Worst thing that could happen is we miss a move, and missing a move is better than taking a low quality setup and losing money. But yesterday, I basically had called it. I didn't think anything was going to happen. I was okay with accepting a no trade day. And does everything sound fine? YouTube's complaining about audio. It looks fine. I was ready to call it yesterday. Then we talked about some other stuff and then looked at the charts. And what do you know? We had a setup that formed and we took it and got our money and got out. And that wasn't until close to 11, I think. Oh, that was thanks loss, LOS, L. I'll call you L. Appreciate that. It looks like everything's fine, but then YouTube was complaining. All right, this was yes. Oh, we're on the 15-minute. We've just been moving up since 8:30 yesterday. So buy side liquidity resting above this swing high, and it's inside a bearish fair value gap. We do have another one up here with obviously more buy side resting above all these stops. So maybe we keep going up there. Thanks, Jeremy. What's up, Ben? Let's go ahead and mark this one out too, because it's relatively close. I'm gonna mark that and this. Propolis, what's going on? All right, we got our buy side areas marked. I don't think we really need to mark out anything else on there, or for buy side at least. The 15-minute, that 15-minute fair value gap and 1 hour lineup, is that like perfectly? Yeah. So if we move up, these are the areas I'd be looking at for a reversal, and not a whole day reversal, just enough to get a decent setup with some decent points. And with a decent setup and decent points comes decent money. Hank, there he is. There's the man of the hour. I don't know if you were here right when I started, but I saw your membership and I was thanking you and then letting everybody know about how when I first started ICT, you graciously reached out and helped me when I was struggling trying to figure out what fair value gaps to take, what displacements, things like that. So I still think about that and I still appreciate it. And I'll always remember that I'm talking as if I'm dying like next week. These kind of stand out to me. 5-minute equal lows. And then we have all this displacement. Not super clear, but it is there. Those are relatively close. So we're going to mark them out for sell side. Honestly, that's all this, in my opinion, that's all this ICT stuff is about. Just marking out equal lows, equal highs, strong swings, and then waiting for the market to react off of those areas, which we are getting a reaction off of this high, which is also the midpoint of this fair value gap. So we got 5 minutes. Graham, what's going on? So at market open in 4 minutes, I would almost expect to see maybe a small run up. Don't don't take my word for this, and don't take a trade off of this. I would not be surprised if we see a small little juke, maybe a run up into one of these fair value gaps. So we could either hit one of these fair value gaps and then turn around, or I'm thinking we just make new highs by a little tiny bit and then basically repeat this whole thing. Those are the two scenarios I'm going to be waiting for. And if the market shows that that is happening, then I can be ready to take a short. But we're not going to just jump in expecting it to happen. You want to have some scenarios played out in your head that what the market could do. So if that happens, you can be ready for it and you'll be like, I was expecting this. And it gives you a little more confidence to take a trade. Alito. Oh, news. So we had news at 8:30, it looks like, and then we have something at 10, but I don't think it's that important. Factory orders at 10. But we had initial jobless claims at 8:30. Yeah, that's this candle right here. So it makes sense that we go up. I forgot about that. We usually retrace the news moves, so news events, and then we kind of grind it up and took out that swing high. Now we're could be on our way back to take out any stops beneath there. We will, Delta. We'll catch you on the Discord later. Yeah, there's some stuff coming out at 10, but it doesn't look like it's that important. I mean, we'll still be mindful of it, but I don't think that would prevent me from taking a trade around that time. Hank, that's I'm sure you know, but making a decision like that is very difficult, and new traders don't and can't do that. So I would be I would feel good about that. It sucks making that decision, but like I deal with headaches and migraines often, and there's some mornings I haven't yet on like since I started streaming, but there's times where I needed to just not trade. But then I force a trade in the afternoon and end up red, and I'm like, why didn't I just stay off the charts today? So far we came up to this one. There was kind of 3 spots that we could have came up to in the 30s, low 40s, right before 50. I should have been expecting us to come to this one because that one has an actual volume imbalance. So the market really needed to deliver price right there. So let's see if now we go lower. Of course, I could be completely wrong and we just start making new highs. But if we see a bunch of candles like respecting a fair value gap or something, I would be fine shorting it. But then on the other hand, I'm also okay with waiting until later. I hear you, Jeremy. That's what I've been attempting to do, limit myself to one trade a day. 2 days this week, I took 2 trades because the first trade I took Monday and the first trade I took Tuesday, I wasn't I wasn't happy with what I took. One Monday was like a pre-market trade, and then Tuesday was I don't know. I was getting sick of waiting, so I took a setup that wasn't really the best of setups. But if I lower the trades I take, the better I do. If I start over trading, I start over analyzing, start making worse decisions. And then at the end of the day, you're like, why did I even do that? Came right into that and volume imbalance from the news. I think when you have two bodies that don't overlap, like that's a very strong, you can get a pretty strong reaction off of it, or the market's going to want to go back to that area. Oh, we know Grim. So even before I started with ICT, I did better the less trades I took. So I went and just skipped through my very first video I ever posted because I was just curious to see the progress I've made. That day I took 5 or 6 trades, I think, and my first trade I was up $34. And then I skipped to the end of the video where I go over the performance, and I took 6 trades that day, and my first trade was $34. At the end of the day, I ended with $31. So it would have been more beneficial for me to just take the one trade and be done. And then I wouldn't have taken on any more risk throughout the day or throughout the trading session. My thing is, my very first trade, obviously, it's going to either be a winner or a loser. Now, if I decide to keep going, if it's a losing trade, I have to decide, do I want to make this losing trade double the size on the day? And if it's a winning trade, do I want to risk going from green to red? In my opinion, it's more important to think about the risk on each trade that you add. Yeah, you can make a red trade into a green day. You can make a green trade into a greener day, but you're taking on more risk. And then that's when you risk your emotions. And NQ is not doing, or MNQ, whatever. Nasdaq isn't really wanting to do anything. Keep thinking about these 1-to-1s because it already happened today too. This moved down. We were looking at this fair value gap. We came up, touched it, stop up there, your profit at the lows, and there it is. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, obviously this day I took a red trade Monday morning and Tuesday morning, and then I allowed myself more. If those first two trades were red trades during normal market hours, and they were like high quality setups that I look for, and they just happen to be red, I would have 100% stopped for the day. But I say it all the time. Each trader needs to have rules in place that fits them. It's not doing anything. Man, is it, Hank? Is that because you were working, or were you watching the charts and you just didn't take anything? That's If you're watching the charts and you didn't take anything all week, that's tough. Gotcha. I think the most I can do is skip. Oh my god, yes, I'll be yawning. The most I can do is skip like one day, but then the next day, like, I need to take a trade. I need to work on that. Exactly, Colby. If you don't take a trade, you don't risk anything. Morning, McLovin. See if we take out this high. Yeah, enjoy your rat egg, but if you stick around next month and it turns into a I was trying to go for a little like a younger rat. I think the next one kind of looks like it, and the one after that kind of has like teenager vibes. Then adult, and then the mythical rat lord. I just think saying rat egg is hilarious. I have not been looking at the daily 4 hour. We are just bullish. Oh, we've got a new day opening gap, aka end dog. I want to see how we reacted off of that. All right, so that new day opening gap is right beneath that 5 minute equal lows. So definitely expect us to return there at some point. No, never messed with. I've never messed with Bookmap at all. Um, I'm really in the. I don't mean to sound rude whatsoever. I'm not interested in anything except what I'm doing because I felt very confident and comfortable the last couple weeks. The only things I have been struggling with are just the typical self discipline and um, just accepting when probability isn't in my favor. I always think that there's something I could have done different. And maybe there was, but I can't dwell on it. I need to just keep going and staying patient and keep my head on straight. Didn't quite. This high is not needed to be for a move lower. This high is not. I don't need it to be taken out. Yeah, Jeremy, like once you get something you feel good in, if you start adding stuff, even like I'm not trying to learn any new stuff from ICT either because I can just start focusing on that too much and I need to just keep sticking with what I'm doing. We had 6 red days last month. One of those days I don't really consider it a red day cuz I had a green trade in my hand. I just didn't execute quick enough and I missed the entry and it worked out and then I got a little frustrated and took a different trade and ended red. But the month before, we only had like 4 red days. Now, wasn't in profits both months because my red days were too large, which and almost everybody struggles with that. But I believe I have plans in place and much better risk management. I've learned some just incorporating new things into my trading to prevent that from happening. So as I stick with those rules, there is no reason why I shouldn't be profitable moving forward. The only reason why I won't be profitable is because I'm not sticking to my rules and I let red days get too large. It's the only reason. But this account, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm not on a prop firm account. I'm not on an evaluation, a combine, an express funded performance, whatever. Like, this is my personal account that I trade. And we put money in it, and I started trading it in the beginning of September, and we still have it. It's not been blown. This is the longest I've had an account without needing to put money into it. I kind of did put money into it, but I took that money back out after I made it back. And it wasn't needed to trade. I just put it in there for the psychology of seeing a better uh, a better amount in there. And then after like 2 or 3 days that I made that back, I took it back out. But in the past, whenever I've had live accounts, I would put X amount of dollars in there, and then within 2 weeks, it's like liquidated, and I have to put more money in it. A couple weeks later, liquidated, have to put more money in it to keep trading, and then switch to a prop firm because I'm sick of wasting money. Go to a prop firm, waste money there because I struggle with the rules that they get. I struggle with the profit goals, not necessarily the rules. So the fact that I've had this account for 2 months is gives me some hope. We have this displacement, fair value gap, etc. right here, respecting the move that we pointed out earlier. It kind of got below this swing, but that could also just be taking out those stops before we run higher. We're creating equal highs. I'm not confident in anything right now, not enough to take on any risk. So I'd prefer to just stay out until we see something, because we're still respecting this move back here. Just keep going back to this imbalance. See if this fair value gap is respected. I just don't like that we made these equal highs. I don't like that we have equal highs and we have this bullish fair value gap that we keep returning into. So we've got two indications that we could move higher, and we really only have one indication that it wants to move lower. I'm leaning on the one that wants to go lower. That's the one I want to see happen, but I'd rather just wait a few more minutes till after 10. This move back here took the highs for you guys. Yeah, I don't understand that enough. But you're not I think we've already talked about this. You guys are trading something a little bit different, right? It's still based off of Nasdaq futures. Yeah, had this take swept the highs and then displaced down, I would 100% be in this right now. But and we do have the news in 9 minutes, but I don't know. I don't think that's really going to move Nasdaq too much. Now that I say that, we'll have like 100 points 1 minute candle. Hiroshi, I'm not buying or selling right now. I almost like this short, but I'd rather stay out. Yeah, I just trade ICT stuff. Did the Sibby give it away? Oh, another half. I if you Jason, if you're talking about me saying 100 point move at 10, I don't I don't know about that. Thing is, any of the spots I've pointed out so far, I could have gotten my money out of it. I'm just trying to be selective with my trades. 100 point move off of up here is possible because I really like this down here. But who knows how long that will take if we even go lower. Yeah, if you're trading minis on any of those, I really don't like. I know I trade minis on any of the when I'm on a prop firm, I trade minis, but none of those accounts you should be trading minis. There's just not enough drawdown, in my opinion. But it's too tempting to not trade a mini. I was I was trading a mini on the 25K accounts, and I had one pass, and I almost had the other three passed, and I was $60 away, and then started taking losing trades, and then being $60 away went to blowing the accounts within a few minutes. Yeah, I saw you were at like $55, I think, right? Yeah, I had those three accounts. I was $60 away. I was so pissed that day. $60 with a mini. I only needed 3 points. But because of that, didn't even take a I didn't even take one of my setups. I just got in, like, I just saw the market moving up. I'm like, I'll just buy and get 3 points, and that doesn't work. Oh, nice, Grim. You're just passing accounts every day. I am very tempted though to pick up some. I don't need to because I have this. Like, I have no need for more accounts, but I'm very tempted to get the 25K accounts from Apex because they're only $16. If I spend $160 and get 10 of them and then just copy trade them and trade micros and don't even worry about it. Just go over there, take one trade a day, aim for like 50, I don't know, $50. 50 on 10 of those accounts, that's 500 a day across all of them. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to do that. I don't need Alito. I don't need the end of day stuff. Taking one trade a day with my taking one trade a day with my risk management on micros, the unrealized drawdown, all that stuff, it doesn't uh the Apex stuff doesn't affect me. I do have an affiliate link with Top Step, but I really am there's something about them I'm just not a huge fan of them either. But if their rules make sense to you and their price makes sense to you, by all means, click the link in the description and use them. I've used them. I've had fundeds with them, but then I just threw one away the other day because I just didn't want to I didn't want it sitting there. Oh man, this is tough. I don't Alito, you don't understand. The trailing doesn't affect that does not I've never been negatively affected by the trailing when I follow my rules. And it only affects you if you use too large of a size. It's $150. How's that going to affect your that shouldn't affect you. maybe we're just sitting here. It's just tempting me to say, look, I'm letting you take a short right here. We're in this fair value gap. I'm about to go lower. Giving me 10 minutes, 15 minutes now, or yeah, 10, 11 minutes to take a short. Roshi, that's why I didn't take this short because we're not coming off of a liquidity grab. We just went up and made equal highs. If this move had been like that, I would be short right now, but it wasn't, which is fine. We just need to practice discipline and patience and wait for something that meets my requirements. Now, last week and the week before, I was just doing 1-to-1 trades, waiting for displacement, waiting for a 50% retracement. And I could have had that at least once, almost twice if we hit these lows. That's what someone else said, Sam. What you see, this chart, this is the only thing I'm looking at. I don't watch anything else to make decisions on my trades. I'm going to go get more coffee. There's no way in the time I get coffee, we're going to have a liquidity grab, displacement, and an entry. So I think we'll be all right. Jason, if you're still holding, stay strong. Be right back. Man, this isn't doing any. Oh, here we go. There we go. Well, I guess should have taken. We could have taken any of the setups I pointed out. Pointed them all out before the market even opened. But that's all right. None of them. Damn it. Yeah, no problem, McLovin. Hopefully you got some money off of that. I know Jason was short from like 50, which is kind of insane. So this move up from pre-market was a liquidity grab. I had a 1 hour, 15-minute swing or whatever like this. I can't remember exactly where it was, but we had a liquidity grab and then we made some bearish fair value gaps to the downside. So any one of those, shorting anywhere in here with a stop at the highs, obviously would have given you some points. I just wasn't willing to do it for whatever reason. I haven't seen a setup form pre-market and then, not saying it doesn't happen, I just have not watched it happen when I pointed out and then for it to happen in market hours. Joan, what is this? I appreciate that. I was just talking about how I haven't been watching the daily. Yeah. So we're up. We got this volume imbalance on the daily, and then a big fair value gap. So, I mean, if we were looking at like a zoomed out level, yeah, we could go up here and see how we react. But I mean, this range, 980 down to 850. I mean, I'm not looking to get moves like that. So we're just looking for smaller liquidity grabs and setups. I really don't like all of these wicks though anyways. Jones, thank you again. You just throwing out $2 bills. Is there anybody here who does not know about what I announced yesterday? I can do a quick rundown, but if everyone here is aware of what this channel is going to be doing moving forward, then there's no need for me to. Yes, he did, Alito. That's a $2 Jones. He only does $2 chats. Grim, you didn't hear it? Okay, so later today, I'm gonna make like a little, I don't know, not like a flyer, but something that just says what we're gonna be doing. But you guys know I get affiliate payout, and it has been a decent amount. No, so we have memberships now, but that's not, you don't have to do that. But starting next month in December, whatever my affiliate money brings in from the month before, I'm going to split half of that with a random person who just supports this channel and supports me. I don't know how I'm going to choose people yet. It'll just be a random person. Every month I'll probably do something a little differently, but each month there will be a giveaway to a random person, and the prize is half of whatever I made or whatever the affiliate money stuff made the month before. So it can change every month. It can increase, it can decrease. As of right now, the last 4 months, if I look at the last 4 months, the average prize should be around $600 or $700. The last 4 months, I've averaged like 1,200 in affiliate, which is absolutely crazy because I don't even have that many subscribers. So I wanted to do something for you guys, and we're just for the foreseeable future, every month, half of that will go back to one of you. We did just turn on memberships on this channel, and I'm not going to do it every month, but I think for the first month, December, I need to pick a person who did that, just because I don't know. I think it's kind of insane that people even want to support me that way. So for the first month in December, I'm 98% sure I'm going to pick a random person who joined the channel. If you don't want to join, if you can't afford that right now, that's perfectly fine. I don't expect everybody to. I just want to do something with them, at least the first giveaway. Now, come January, I'll probably pick like a random person in the chat that's subscribed, something like that. And then February, switch it up. Maybe then February, instead of doing it on YouTube in the chat, I'll pick somebody who has been active in our Discord channel. I don't know. But you see the theme every month. I'm going to do something a little differently. Every month, the amount of money will be based on whatever the affiliate links generated the month before. So it's kind of up to you guys how much. Now, obviously, if this gains traction, yeah, I'll end up making more because more people will want to contribute to the affiliate, the prize money. More people will want a chance to make that money. But the more I make, the more you guys make, because I'm gonna just split half of it. So and at least for the first few months, it will be just one random person getting that whole amount. But we have the opportunity or option or whatever to maybe do 2 winners and they each get half. I don't know. We'll like I said, every month we'll switch it up, but the base thing is a random giveaway every month, half of whatever the affiliate money made the month before. So I think on the live streams, oh Jason, I thought you did short 50. You were saying that you were gonna short if it went up there. So above the charts, above my mouse up here, where I can't, like way up there, my mouse disappears if I go too high. But we have all this space up here. I was gonna put like December prize money, December prize pool money, and then every day just update it with however much that amount is. But I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. feel like I could take a decent trade, but none of these setups are meeting my requirements, so we just gotta stay out. There's no rush. We came back on the 5 minutes, swept that low by a little tiny bit right into this fair value gap, and we left those equal highs. I don't know, Alito. You're gonna have to ask the market makers. I haven't seen anybody take anything. You're still holding a trade? Oh yeah. You guys took that short. I guess I just assumed you got out already because you said that you got the highs taken. Damn, Jones. Your name's not $2 Jones no more. Don't don't just give me money. Use that to trade or something. I appreciate it though. Yeah, right. Come on, Alito. You haven't given me anything. Did you mean to spell it dumpster? Like dumb? Like it Prada. I think I would okay, obviously Prada, you and Ben do what you guys need to do. Just be weary about these equal or no. I don't know what I'm saying. You're have you guys moved your stop or are you guys leaving your stop in the red? Like have you moved to break even or anything? I keep forgetting that your chart looks a little differently. 5 minute, we just came up into this fair value gap. Oh, and Jones. Yeah, I like how we went up into this 15-minute SIBI as well, and the pre-market move swept a 15 and 1 hour swing high and displaced down. I just was not uh willing to take a short in there. What are you what are you talking about, Alito, in Discord? Uh-oh. Tell oh no. I can only put out so many fires at once. Jason, it's okay if you think you missed a move. It's not, you didn't risk anything. Yeah, the move worked out. Um, I pointed out all these shorts before the market even opened, and I didn't take any of them. I could have had my money and been done with the day, but it is what it is. We didn't risk anything. Why is Tyler not in? Why is Tyler not in this chat? He should have been here, and we could have been talking to him. Very nice, Jeremy. Yeah, I mean, you, Jason. It's like I used to struggle so much when I missed stuff or if I just sat out. Like, I don't feel like I missed anything because my setup, my A plus setup has not formed yet for me. So I'm perfectly fine not taking anything because if I would have taken anything, if I had shorted this where the move happened pre market or where the setup formed pre market and then the entry was after 9:30, if that move went into the red and I lost money on it, I would have been more upset than skipping because I just took a trade that I have never taken before. I've never had a setup form pre-market and then an entry at 9:30. So I was protecting my emotions. And as you know, if you let your emotions get the best of you, you throw out accounts. And I'm not willing to throw out this account. So I'm going to just sit and wait. All right, someone's got to tell Jones that you don't have to give money every time you put a chat. You can do that for free. Starting to think we are not going to be taking anything today. And I'm okay with that because in a month, when I look back at my trade journal thing that logs my trades, I really like the calendar view that you guys have seen that shows a green or a red day and then how much. I would prefer to look back and see on November 2nd, I would rather see a gray day than a red day. Uh, Ben and Prada, how are you guys doing? Those equal highs are what I was worried about. There's got to be some like I know your guys's you guys did have you guys obviously had a move after the highs were swept, but it's tough to aim for a certain amount of points every trade. That's why I've tried to get away from that because the market isn't always going to want to give you a certain amount of points. It's just going to a certain spot. Didn't we hit a swing? Yeah. If we start hitting a swing, you got to think about, is it going to turn around here or is it going to keep going? And you guys are taking kind of like the same setups that I am, right? Like you got to, I don't mean to like, be like, oh, you need to do this, but think about changing your mindset from I want to risk a certain amount of points to make a certain amount of points to trading what the market is offering. That's why I am changing my position size for every trade because some days the market wants to offer me a 60-point risk versus, and some days it wants to offer me a trade that's a 20-point risk. Oh, gotcha, Ben. Yeah, that's tough. Also, aiming for such a far target. I mean, you guys aren't out. Came back up into this 15-minute fair value gap. Alito, I don't. I see these messages. I don't have time right now. I'll argue with you later. There's nothing wrong with those sessions. There's absolutely nothing wrong uh, trading those sessions. That when I was doing that over the summer, my back testing showed it was profitable. Nothing wrong with it. It just didn't fit me. I couldn't handle the 3-4 losing days and then one day to make it all back plus some. Alito, I'm about to start. I'm gonna start trading those sessions again just for you, so you can watch me go 80 points in profit and then let it go red. Hey, people were complimenting me when I was doing that, saying that they admired my patience. I like all these bodies respecting that 50% of this move. There's just too many wicks for me. 1 minute, 2 minute. And there's just no there's some fair value gaps, but there's a lot of wicks everywhere and nothing is clean. If it ain't clean, I don't want it. This is frustrating. I mean, surely we are going to get some pullback. Look at all this. Look at this move. That's just from yesterday at 7 a.m. Just has not stopped. It's only consolidated and it keeps going. need to just change the chart so I can see better. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that, because you can just hide the drawings. Perfect. Was it, did you guys get out in a loss? Damn. Can you guys post that? Can you guys post like a 2-minute with your entry exit and then with the time on the bottom? So aiming for those London highs and then London lows. I mean, obviously I've done that, and but it's tough if you start thinking about like, oh, I could have had this if I just got out. But if you guys can withstand it, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with it. I had to stop doing that because my personality, I could not handle that anymore. I did it for a month and a half, and there were so many days I was green, 40, 50 points. Hey Knives, I haven't taken anything. Just there was like some B quality setups that they did play out, but there were no A plus setups. The London highs and lows, what I believe ICT said, is to take the high and the low from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's definitely getting better, Knives. But we had a setup form. The reason why I didn't take it, this little run up here took out a 1 hour, 15-minute swing high and in a 15-minute fair value gap, and we displaced down. And at market open, we came back up into it. I didn't take it because I've never taken a trade entry on a setup that formed in the pre-market. Yeah, back to Prada and Ben with those London, like, so I don't know if you guys remember, but I should send you guys, I think you guys were around when I was doing that, but I did a video of back testing that um, strategy, and it was profitable. I did like 2 or 3 months of back testing, and it was profitable. You just got to deal with the losses. It just sucks because you might get like 3, 4 losses in a row, but then you get a winner, and it's like 150 points. But I need a higher win rate for me because doing that was fine. I could tell myself I have the data that shows this is profitable. I just have to stick to it. But after 3, 4 days, it starts to get to you. All right. So one thing on your guys' trade, what is your guys' thoughts on why? Obviously, you guys do what you need to do. I'm just wondering, why are you guys taking the trade as the fair value gap forms instead of waiting for it to come back up into the fair value gap? Because it looks like you may have been offered 60 points had you guys waited for like that 50% retracement. I can't see the points on the side on the first screenshot, so I don't know if 50 points would or 60 points would have been offered. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have a reason, if you guys back tested it, and that's perfectly fine. I was just curious. Just curious, not criticizing whatsoever. Oh, okay. I just know there were times where I was doing that. I would see a fair value gap form, and then let me go down to a lower time frame. Let's say on this move right here, which I think that's a move that you guys entered on. We get a fair value gap to form, and then this candle, at one point, this candle was red, and there were times where I was short this. So say short at 904, whatever, and I would talk myself into it because I was like, well, if we do keep running, I'm in a winning trade. If we come back up into this fair value gap, I'm going to enter anyways. So I would tell myself it's okay to short this. Now, if I short at 904, I have to now withstand 20, 25 points of drawdown for no reason when I could have waited for the market to come back up into the fair value gap and enter and then withstand way less drawdown. And those 25 or those 20 points I'm on the wrong side of, those should be added to my green trade versus the red trade. I hear you, Ben. That's basically what I was just exactly my thought process on why I was entering down there. But the trade you miss, I mean, I guess you guys did the work and back tested it and made that decision, so that's perfectly fine. I like to hear that. I know it sucks. I just worry because I know it, like, it's coming from a good place from my perspective. I just hate hearing you guys having a tough week. I don't want because when I have a tough week, I make bad decisions. But you guys got each other, and it sounds like you guys have a couple of good heads on your shoulders. Yes, trust the process. And this move worked. This is why I was wanting to do those 1-to-1s, because they form often and high probability. Alito, you can get into I like no emos. It's funny because that's my shirt is my sweatshirt is a emo sweatshirt. You can get into no emo zone if you scale down. You don't want to hear that. No, you're not. Don't even say that you're numb to the PNL. I know you're not. You were numb to your PNL yesterday morning. No trades yet, Thomas. There's been a few setups, but none of the setups came off of a liquidity grab. So I have not taken anything. We've been pointing them out all day. So if anyone was taking, I don't recommend anyone take trades that I point out, but if anyone was taking trades I pointed out, you'd be up a pretty good amount right now. Just change your if that's the case, Alito, just change your settings so every number on your screen is green. Put a green filter over your whole screen. You'll be all set. I'm not your personal developer. Oh my god, you freaking cracked me up. What is this market doing? What kind of news do we have? What is today? Oh, we only have one day left. I feel like I haven't done anything this week. Oh, okay. So today is definitely probably. I should have known today was going to be crap. We had we had FOMC yesterday, and then we have non-farm payroll in the morning. So two massive. Well, yesterday wasn't that big of a move on FOMC, but two pretty big news drivers back to back with a day in between. Probably not going to do too much. Yeah, Prada. That's when I was doing those. That's when I was doing the sessions, like what you guys are doing. Wait for a London high or a London low to get taken out. Wait for a fair value gap pointing that we're about to reverse, and then aim for the other side. Now, what you guys don't know, I don't remember if I talked about it or not, but I wasn't streaming. I was just recording the screen and recording myself. But I would just get up and walk away and leave the brackets on. That was the only way I could sit through those trades. Then I'd just be like pacing around my house thinking about it, and I'd peek in my office and look at my screen and see if the trade was still live or not. Plus, I was not doing that on a live account. That was on like combines, I think, or evaluations, whatever you want to call them. But though trading like that taught me, or it helped me improve my patience. There's days where I still struggle, but I've been doing better. Doesn't matter, Alito. It doesn't matter if it's a micro or a mini. You trade for your account size. If you would trade for your account size, then your emotion on every trade should be the same. If you trade 5 minis with a 5K account, yeah, you're going to have some emotions and you can't sit through things. But that's because you shouldn't be trading like that to begin with. Well, we're definitely not taking anything today. It's already 11, almost 11. I just was not willing. I wasn't willing to take any of these fair value gaps in pre-market, even though we were offered plenty of opportunities. Just because I hadn't seen that. So, we were also offered plenty of one-to-ones. The one-to-one setups, just when I see displacement, wait for a 50% between the swing high and the swing low, and enter at the 50%, targeting for the other side with a stop on the opposite side. So we had one there, and we had one here, which is not hindsight because I don't know why I'm worried about people thinking I do hindsight stuff, but you guys saw me call this out live as it was happening. Body's respecting that 50%. I probably should have just taken that, but I wasn't really wanting to look for one-on-ones today, so I didn't. If you guys, we should be able to get 60 pips, 60 handles, 60 points tomorrow with non-farm payroll. Ale, I didn't see when you sent that. Were you talking about this one? Hold on. Don't say anything. Were you talking about trade 1, trade 2, trade 3? First one. Yeah, that was offered several times. I probably could have been done in the first minute. Just taking that gap, had an actual volume imbalance. Short that in 903, so 30 points. Oh, number 2. Yeah, that was a decent move too. I just didn't like that we did not make higher highs right there, so I wasn't going to trust it. It happened today, but I would almost bet that if I back tested that, this wouldn't be a high probability setup because we didn't come off of new highs. All right. Yeah, that's weird. It went higher for you and it went higher for Prada and Ben. That's why they took that short right there, because this did come off of higher highs. Jones, what are you doing? Are you somebody that I know in real life? Alito, take some notes. I made more money from my sugar daddy Jones over here than anything. Jesus. I do have drawn liquidity up here. It's been there since market open. That's kind of a cheap thing to say because I have draws on liquidity on both sides. So I'm always playing the buy side and always playing the sell side. That way I'm always right. I really want to wait, but I can't. I need to be getting off. We could broke the highs, broke those equal highs, traded. If we get some displacement down, that would be a decent short setup, but I can't. I don't want to risk the money I've made from Jones. So we'll just call it there. I can put today down as a green day. just a little bit, just changing my strategy a little bit to make Jones happy. All right, I have to go. You guys be safe if you keep trading. Stick to your rules. Only trade your setups. Thanks, everyone. Hank, thanks for joining. Jones, appreciate that. Delta, I'm not shorting anything. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord. If anybody is not in there, I'll post that again real quick. All right, here's the Discord link if anyone's not in there. I'll talk to you guys in there. Hank, have a good one. Talk to you guys later.